So I guess we have developing news in the Jussie Smollett alleged attack case. So before I get into it, I guess I'll just say this. So apparently, Chicago police, according to the Jasmine brand, Chicago police are preparing to put out arrest warrant for Jussie Smollett for staging his alleged attack. Now let's go over the story again. So it's 2 a.m. Below 0 degree weather, and he gets hungry. He wakes up. He wants to go get a sandwich. Okay, cool. That could have happened. Even though if I was a celebrity, I wouldn't be going out that late, especially if it was that cold. Um, so he says he's walking, and then these two white guys wearing MAGA country hats approach him and say, "Hey, aren't you that fag from Empire?" Blah blah blah. Um, so then apparently they jumped him, and then they tied a noose around his neck, and then they poured bleach on him, and blah blah blah, or whatever, or a substance, whatever the case may be. So, so then he immediately calls I think he called his manager first or something like that. And then he called Lee James, and then he went to the hospital. Well, no, he went home, and apparently he still had the noose around his neck. The cops came. Allegedly, he still had the noose and stuff around his neck. The cops said it wasn't a noose. Video cameras, like, like, like I don't know. The weird thing is, if you have any type of common sense or logical thinking, you could tell that nothing about what he said made sense. So everybody was kind of just sitting back, and then it went from two white guys, two homeless guys, and it's from two homeless guys to two Nigerian actors who were extras on the set of Empire. So I mean that. So I mean, once that came out, and once they arrested the two Nigerian dudes and they let them two go, I think we were all just kind of, like, okay, this obviously was a hoax, and we were just waiting for the police to call it. I think the police were honestly, I think the police didn't want to say that up front because they wanted him to basically hang himself. And when he did that interview with Good Morning America, crying about how a little gay kid fought back, and I'm just like, dude, where are you from? Gays fucking fight all the time. You're not just gonna punch a gay, or you're just not gonna bully somebody and they're not gonna do nothing. Like, where are you from? That doesn't happen out where I'm from. So I'm like, all of that's extra, and he go hard on 45, and like that interview, I feel like that interview made things worse because it just made people go. And then he bust out in tears because people don't believe me, and like, well, we have plausible reason not to believe you. Like, did you hear your own story? Like, I wanted to get more into the story and what he said, but we already know what his story was. We've all been watching, and besides, like, there's been so many twists and turns, and he changed his story so many times. I'm even fucking confused. All I know is that allegedly he went out 2 a.m. to get a Subway sandwich. She got attacked. Um, First he said it was white guys, and it turned out to be homeless guys, and then two Nigerian actors. Like, it was just too many twists and turns of the story. You like, whatever happened to the fucking sandwich? Where the beach closed? You said you got jumped, but you have no, no real bruises or scars. Like, you don't have broken ribs and stuff. And then they said he performed that same day right after he got jumped. So it's like nothing about the stories makes sense. People were calling it a hoax from day one. Like, this don't sound right. So I mean, but yeah, according to the Jasmine brand, Chicago police are issuing a arrest warrant for Jussie. I think this is a good thing because hate crimes and stuff like that, it's a serious matter, and if you play with stuff like that, then just over time people are going to take these cases less and less seriously, because you have people like him who would come up with a fake hate crime. Now I don't know why he would do such a thing, and I don't know if the real story about whatever actually did happen come out, or if it was just all a hoax from the jump. But the weird part about this whole thing is that why would you risk your career over a fake hate crime, over hating Donald Trump that much? Like, is it really that serious? You could always join the progressive movement, try and do more things to, help, better society, but to fake a hate crime? I feel like the cops should arrest him. I feel like he should be charged, because that's bullshit. You just can't make up fake hate crimes. Like, what the fuck? He could have started, like, this could have turned into something ugly. So I guess we'll see, what happens next, but I hope they do issue that arrest warrant.